Beretta 92, a pistol I have always admired for its combination of size, elegance, and Italian style, holds a unique and significant place in firearms history. As the saying goes, it's better to have a gun and not need it than to need a gun and not have it. Nowhere is this more true than with pistols. While a handgun may not possess the accuracy or range of a rifle, the Beretta 92, also known as the M9, has established itself as a definitive 9mm pistol used in both police and military service, as well as in popular culture. The Italian origin of the Beretta 92, a country with a rich history of firearms manufacturing, has a cultural and historical significance to this 9mm. Italy's long tradition of craftsmanship and design excellence, combined with its historical role in the development of firearms, makes the Beretta 92 a symbol of Italian ingenuity and a testament to the country's enduring influence on the world of firearms. What is the importance of pistols in combat, and how did this Italian masterpiece replace the American classic 1911? The Beretta 92 is not just a staple weapon in action films and popular culture. It symbolizes history, aesthetics, and ergonomics, creating the blueprint for a reliable pistol. Its elegant design, a hallmark of Italian craftsmanship, has made it a favorite among filmmakers and gun enthusiasts. Founded in 1526, Beretta is the oldest active firearms manufacturer in the world. Gunsmith maestro Bartolomeo Beretta gained recognition for producing arquebus barrels for the Arsenal of Venice, and the company continues to operate in a similar line of business today. The Beretta 92's presence in popular culture, from action films to video games, is a testament to its enduring influence and widespread recognition. The Beretta 92 pistol evolved from earlier designs, notably the M1923 and M1951. The open slide design is derived from the M1923, while the alloy frame and hinge locking block, initially from the Walther P38, were first utilized in the M1951. Features such as the grip angle and the front sight integrated with the slide were already standard in earlier Beretta pistols. Among the most significant advancements in the Model 92 were two features that first appeared on its immediate predecessor, the 1974 .380 caliber Model 84. These improvements concerned the magazine, which implemented a direct feed system, eliminating the feed ramp between the magazine and the chamber, marking a Beretta innovation in pistol design. Additionally, the magazine used a double-stacked configuration, a feature first introduced in 1935 with the Browning High Power. This configuration allows the magazine to hold more rounds in a shorter space, increasing the pistol's firepower without significantly increasing its size, a key advantage in combat situations. Carlo Beretta, Giuseppe Mazzetti, and Vittorio Valli, all experienced firearms designers, contributed to the final design of the Beretta 92, which includes the Beretta 96 and 98 in 1975, while production started in 1976. They supplied the Italian army with weapons during both world wars. However, the Beretta 92, a semi-automatic pistol, has become their most famous product. Beretta developed this pistol from earlier Beretta models, including the M1922 and the M1951 as previously mentioned, with the latter significantly influenced in the 92's exterior styling. Additionally, they adapted the locking system for the barrel from the German Walther P38. During the mid-20th century, most American police forces relied on traditional revolvers, chambered in .38 Special or the more powerful .357 Magnum. Revolvers are well known for their reliability and ease of use, but they come with a significant limitation: capacity. Most revolvers hold only 6 rounds and have a relatively slow reloading process. After advancements in firearm technology during World War II, many European forces began to transition to 9mm semi-automatic weapons. These semi-automatics feature double-stacked magazines, which offer a considerable capacity advantage over older designs. Early models like the Browning High Power and Walther P38 proved their effectiveness. They paved the way for a new generation of modern, high-capacity semi-automatic pistols, including the CZ75, Sig Sauer, Glock 17, and the Beretta 92. The new service weapons, known as Wonder 9s, represented a significant change in the firearms industry. The term became popular in describing a new generation of high-capacity, double-stack magazine semi-automatic pistols that emerged in the 1970s and 1980s. These pistols, including the Beretta 92, significantly increased firepower and ammunition capacity over traditional revolvers without sacrificing reliability or ease of use. The Wonder 9s responded to the increasing demand for more powerful and versatile firearms, particularly in law enforcement and military settings. While some conventional revolver enthusiasts used the name with a hint of sarcasm, the advantages of these new pistols soon outweighed any initial resistance. The original design of the Beretta 92, created for the Italian army and police, had limited production. However, later variants became much more popular. The 92S model introduced a slide-mounted safety to meet specific law enforcement requirements, while the 92F and subsequent 92FS included further improvements, leading to their adoption by the US Army. The US Armed Forces had long recognized the benefits of a semi-automatic sidearm, especially considering that the reliable M1911 pistol had been in service since 1911. Although the classic Browning design was cherished, by 1980 it started showing its age, prompting the US military to seek a replacement. One of the key factors driving this change was the NATO Standardization Agreement. NATO forces adopted the same calibers for their firearms to streamline supply logistics. Since 1962, the 9x19mm Luger round has been the standard pistol caliber. This decision is controversial today, as the debate between 9mm and 45 ACP remains particularly divisive. The 45 ACP offers more significant stopping power, making it more effective in one-shot stops. At the same time, 9mm rounds are smaller, allowing for greater magazine capacity, lower recoil, and higher velocity, making them more effective in multiple shot scenarios. The Beretta 92, with its 9mm caliber and high-capacity magazine, was a product of this debate, offering a balance between stopping power and ammunition capacity that appealed to the US military. In 1985, the Beretta 92F was selected over the more expensive Sig Sauer P226 to become the US Army service pistol, the M9. Its all-steel construction ensures reliability in combat situations, and its generous magazine capacity makes it a true workhorse. The Army's choice of the Beretta has frequently appeared in modern military video games. The Beretta often serves as a default sidearm in these games, reflecting its real-world use by the US military. The American M4 rifle accompanies it, and players usually select the Beretta to simulate military experiences. In reality, pistols are issued only to specific roles, such as rear echelon troops, drivers, and officers. The Beretta 92 features an open slide design that ensures smooth feeding and ejection of ammunition, making it easy to clear any obstructions. Its hard-chromed barrel bore reduces wear and protects against corrosion. The falling lock block design enhances accuracy and allows for better operability with suppressors, as the barrel travels in a straight line, unlike the more complex movement found in Browning-designed barrels. Additionally, you can reverse the magazine release button using simple field tools, facilitating more effortless left-handed operation. These features combine to make the Beretta 92 a reliable and high-performing firearm. Since then, Beretta has produced many variants of its firearms, and other nations have adopted licensed copies. These variants include the 92D, 92DS, 92G, 92GSD, Vertec, 92, 90A1, 92A1, 96A1, Centennial, M9A1, M9A3, M9A4, Elite LLT Langdon Tactical, 92X, and 92XI, as well as the 92SB and the 93R machine pistol. Several international manufacturers have produced licensed copies of these firearms. Notable examples include Brazil's Taurus Armas, a small arms wing of Taurus, which manufactures the Taurus PT-92, Egypt's Helwan 920, South Africa's Vector Z88, made by Vector, a small arms subsidiary of Denel Land Systems, which is itself a subsidiary of Denel Group, and Turkey's MKEK and Gürsan, which manufacture a copy of Beretta's 92F known as the Yavuz 16. Polymers in handguns have become increasingly popular to reduce weight and cost while enhancing corrosion resistance. Beginning around the year 2000, Beretta started to incorporate polymer materials into some of its handgun components. The polymer parts include the recoil spring guide rod, now also fluted, magazine floor plate, magazine follower, and the mainspring cap/lanyard loop. The polymer-coated metal parts also contain the left side safety lever, trigger, and magazine release button. In response to new laws in some areas that limit magazine capacity to 10 rounds, Beretta has introduced magazines with fewer than 15 rounds. These new magazines feature heavier crimping, which involves deeper indentations on the sides, to reduce the internal space while maintaining the exact external dimensions. This design ensures that they remain compatible with existing firearms. Additionally, Beretta produces 15-round sand-resistant magazines to address issues associated with magazines made by contractors and 17-round magazines that come with A1 models. Both magazines are compatible with earlier models of the 92 series and the M9 pistol. Mekgar, an Italian magazine manufacturer, now produces magazines with an 18-round capacity available in blue and nickel finishes. These magazines fit flush in the magazine well of the 92 series. Additionally, Mekgar offers an extended 20-round blued magazine that protrudes 3/4 of an inch 19mm below the frame. These options provide users in unrestricted states with a higher capacity magazine. In video games, pistols occupy a unique niche. They are often intentionally weaker than most other weapons and have a limited range, typically featuring semi-automatic fire. For instance, in Counter-Strike, pistols are the cheapest weapon option and can significantly influence the outcome of the first round. However, as players earn money, they quickly replace their pistols with automatic weapons. The area where pistols truly excel is their responsiveness. They allow for fast switching and quick targeting, reflecting their real-life usage. The true advantage of a gun lies in its role as a backup to a primary weapon. Although many players tend to disregard pistols in favor of rifles or even replace them with enemy weapons, those with the reflexes to effectively use a reliable sidearm can find it an invaluable asset. The tutorial in Modern Warfare emphasizes the adage in nearly every Call of Duty game: switching to your pistol is always faster than reloading. The Beretta is a large handgun, which gives it a significant on-screen presence. It graced the posters of many notable films, including Die Hard, Lethal Weapon 2, and its subsequent sequels, cementing its celebrity status. Legendary Hong Kong action film director John Woo popularized the gun in his movies. He admired the pistol's robust size and ample magazine capacity. He prominently featured it in many of his films, often showcasing the weapon in pairs. The Beretta is the weapon of choice for Mark Gar Lee in A Better Tomorrow and his twin brother Ken Gar Lee in A Better Tomorrow 2, Ah Jong in The Killer, and Inspector Tequila in Hard Boiled. In reality, in most scenes of Hard Boiled, it's substituted for a Taurus PT-92. These influential action films have shaped the genre, reflecting their impact in video games that draw inspiration from cinema. Woo's films are directly responsible for the dual-wielding stereotype in cinema and the M9's recognizability to the general public. Die Hard and Lethal Weapon may have had the gun on the movie poster, but they don't feature in every scene dual-wielded at the hands of super cops and slick assassins. It's no coincidence that players can carry dual Berettas in Counter-Strike. However, the Max Payne series is the most explicit example, with the titular character emulating classic Woo-style gunfights by wielding dual Berettas in the first two games, although in a slight departure, in Max Payne 3, Taurus pistols are used due to its Brazilian setting. The most direct connection is in John Woo's game Stranglehold, where Tequila continues the story from Hard Boiled several years later, reprising his role armed with the iconic pistols, this time the Inox version. Once a military weapon, the Beretta transitions to an icon of the criminal underworld and dual-wielding undercover cops with infinite ammo and a thirst for vengeance. As a result of these iconic appearances, the Beretta possesses a unique yet understated charm in video games. It makes a bold statement without being overly showy, which is ironic given its Italian origins. Although its legacy may not match the classic Browning design, it shares many of the same values despite being intended for a different caliber. It outclasses it in aesthetics and cultural impact, making it a legend in the pop culture realm. Ultimately, it's just a standard handgun despite that. There's no need for showboating. It's all about getting the job done. Today, it is one of the most widely used handguns, largely thanks to the US Army and law enforcement. It's one of the most recognizable pistols in the world, thanks to action films and video games. It's one of the iconic Wonder Nines. Not bad for a standard handgun.